So, the new expansion is coming, and, well, you have to prepare. But Guild Wars 2 is a bit different. There's no little progression. So, what are you gonna do? Get more gear? Prepare for getting more gear? Not really. Leveling it up. Out. I mean, I guess you can do that for sure if you want a new class and everything, and maybe you want try something new, and you don't have that class. That is definitely a good idea. But there's a few things that not a lot of people think about, and I'm gonna tell you which ones they are and how you should be preparing for the next expansion of Guild Wars 2. Okay, here we go. Also subscribe to the channel. I forgot about that one. Okay, first, I think one of the biggest things is from the expansion is going to be the new weapons that you're going to get from every elite spec. So, for example, if you have a Weaver with sword, because that's the weapon they use, you're going to be able to use that sword in Tempest. So, in the case that you don't actually like Weaver, but you like the idea of having a sword, guess what? You're going to be able to use a sword on Tempest or in Catalyst. So, might as well start crafting that sword, okay? Whether that is a legendary sword, or that is a ascended sword, or whether that is an exotic sword. Trying to find out which classes you're gonna use and which weapons you're gonna be interested in on release of Secrets of the Obscure is probably the best way to go. Now, I will actually make a video very soon about which weapons are the best for each of the specs, the new ones that we're gonna get, and which ones you should be crafting. But for now, just think about the ones that you're gonna really enjoy because of the theme, okay, for now. Next, boosters. Getting masteries in the expansion is gonna be very, very useful. And getting boosters, experience booster, karma boosters, all these things to get more currencies or just to get more experience and masteries faster is probably gonna be a very, 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 very good idea, okay? The same for experience enrichments, for example. And, metabolic utility primers as well. Those one will essentially make your food and utility last for longer. So if you want to get more experience, or if you want to do more damage or whatever, or more magic find, you're gonna be able to use them for sure, okay? Another one is gonna be getting potions. The potions are essentially you can get them daily by doing PP or Warriors World, and then they're essentially there are reward tracks in a bottle, okay? You can keep them, and if you consume them, you'll get a bit of reward track in the reward track that you're using right now. But if you save them up for after the expansion, those potions are gonna be able to be used in the new reward track. So you can essentially be able to finish one reward track like that if you have a lot of them stacked up. I think it's 250 for one full reward track. So just start hoarding them, okay? Just don't consume them, keep hoarding them, and then when the expansion comes out, boom, you're done. You have done with all the reward tracks that you might want or need. But of course, do the dailies, do the weeklies on Warfare World and PvP. Next, what else do we have? Picking a main honestly is a good idea as well. Set that main with a lot of inventory management. Have it ready with a lot of with the spec you're gonna use, and a lot of bags and stuff like this. Be ready for that. Make a plan of what you're gonna want to do with the new sets, with the new features in the expansion. And of course, if you don't know which ones they are, you can go check my video on which ones come on release and which ones come after release. But make a plan what you want to do on which character, and get all those, honestly. Get your waypoints ready, because you might actually move around in the world a lot in this expansion, not only in the new zones. Speaking of waypoints, teleport to friends, just in case you are missing one place that is new. It's gonna be very useful, okay? Especially if you're gonna change in between a lot of alts. Might as well go there and get or a returnable teleport to friend, or a lot of them in maybe a shared inventory slot, so every one of your alts can use it. Golden materials also, as always, is a great idea, because you don't know what you're gonna spend on. Start saving up a lot of gold. Start saving on materials, because you also don't know which materials are gonna be very, very useful in the next expansion. Just keep them up. Some of the materials that probably are gonna be very useful are gonna be charged crystals that you can only get once a day, daily ascended mats that you can only craft once a day, so start stacking them up, and flax and linseed oil. Those are very useful, and they're usually very, very, very expensive, because you use them in most of the crafting recipes for big skins. So maybe just investing in that, or start farming them a little bit, or at least not selling them, is a good idea. I think same thing for like mystic coins and research notes. Research notes are very, 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 very useful, and having a lot of them for before the expansion is gonna be very good. That way you're not gonna be like, oh man, I'm missing like 500 research nodes and I'm gonna have to go craft them. It's just annoying. Get it out of the way, do it now, and you're done, right? And for the last one, and this is gonna be a big one, legendary runes. Honestly, legendary runes are gonna be a big. I actually have no idea what to do with them. I don't have them, and I was really thinking about getting them, but what the thing with legendary runes is that because of the relic system, the main part that is very, very important about the legendary runes is gonna actually not be in the rune. So if you get the legendary runes, you're not really gonna get any advantage because of that, right? You're gonna have to go get your relic anyways. So is it really worth it? Actually, I don't know, right? In one sense, at least you're gonna not have to deal with that. You're not gonna have to deal with the runes, and you're gonna just have to focus on the relics. But on the other side, is it worth? Is it just not better to just buy the runes in the trading post? Maybe it is, right? It is actually a very difficult question. You're gonna have to answer yourself, to be honest. In another sense, right? What if the legendary runes, because of the expansion coming out, are not gonna be that useful? Therefore, maybe the mats are gonna go down, right? And maybe it's better to wait until the expansion comes out to buy the materials for the runes, legendary runes, and crafting them then, right? Because you will get a very good reward, essentially a reward progress for the legendary relics if you have your legendary runes. So maybe it is worth having them, right? It is actually very, very difficult to know which way to go. But also in the other way around, maybe the prices of the legendary runes will go up because people know that probably the relics are gonna have the same type of materials investment. So maybe it is not worth. It is better to do them before. It is actually such a difficult question to ask on what's gonna happen with the market. But at the end of the day, guys, you're gonna have to decide by yourself. Think about your possibilities. Think about the utility you want to have on your character and the quality of life, and make your decision. Other than that, I think that's it. Tell me what you guys think about this, and tell me if I'm missing anything or any ideas that you are gonna use to prepare for Secrets of the Obscure. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.